Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over. First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Right there.
Reset. 118. 124.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Tight dog. Check. Fresno.
Now a first down throw. Watson before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
Reset. 19. 24.
Now on second and 13. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Reset. 19. 154. Here we go, D. All day. Keep line him up.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now it's Watson, and that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. Well, I guess the opening drive touchdown wasn't enough. They wanted 2 instead of 1 on top of that.
Well, this team is obviously going for the crusher. All right, they don't want to mess around with just kicking the standard extra point and kind of letting you off the hook for giving up a touchdown. Now they want to really rub your face in it and say, guess what? We're going to be doing this all game long.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 23.
47.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 77 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Texans.
Watson and the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Hyde running right. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a carry here for their fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. A give the first man through Gillespie, the fullback. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Here's Watson dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's 4th down and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Turn to the fullback, Gillespie. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. 8-6 the score after 1.
With the score, Texans 8, Cowboys 6.
What's that? 19.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. I got you, boy.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Check 41. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's been a long day for you.
Now Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Buying time to his left. He's going to and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback here. Right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Forbath, the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Next to score, Texans 16, Cowboys 13.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
DeAndre Carter into the The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson on the move to his left. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Watson. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
4th down.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
Here we are. Jim.
On 1st down, it's Watson rolling to his left. And now he's going to use his... And this results in 6. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for the Cowboys. First and 10.
Take that. There you go.
Watch. We're going to 53. 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting.
And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker, too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First and 10.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Does that happen, Eagles? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. This to Jarwin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, 30 yards. Woods as his guys are back within a single score. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from, but for the defense, almost feels like there's a bust in coverage.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
I'm going to come back to you.
Watson off play action, out to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Watson. Steps away. He may try and run for this. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 2 1st downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. They'll try and run with their fullback. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start on the ground with Elliott. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott steps away to his left. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 1st down, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check four. Mike 41. Hey, pick your game. 26.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon, and the Cowboys have taken the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. On second down now, it's Miller. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Check.
3rd down, Carlos Hyde. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 22 yards there, a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now, how about that? Rattled by a big play on the previous snap, they bounced back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Angelo Blackson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. It's caught. Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. From the red zone now, Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Watson now to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the two-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the two-point conversion to add on top, but just the idea of going for it with that type of a lead already when they didn't need to do so, that tells you what his mentality is. He's an attack, attack, attack coach. Always attack.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Big D.